Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Minecraft Handbook. Now today we are going to be working on a creeper farm because obviously we need tons of gunpowder in order to make fireworks, in order to use our elytra. So off camera I have actually been to the end and done a bit of end busting. As you can probably tell, I've got absolutely tons and tons of shulkers which I've actually preloaded with some of the resources that we need for today. So I've tried to colour code them a little bit more. So the white shulkers will have our trapdoors and bits like that, and then the grey and the light grey has our cobblestone, as that's kind of most like cobble's texture, I guess. Obviously I've repaired my elytra enough that we can fly with them, and hopefully 9 fireworks should be enough. I am going to grab myself a boat from the dock, so just in case, as you know, if worse comes to worse, we will travel by water. So my plan is that we're going to go out into the ocean, and I want to find somewhere that's fairly deep, as what that means is, actually no, let's put the fireworks in there and then move that in and boat there we go. Yeah, I want to find somewhere that's fairly deep because if it's deeper then the caves are lower under the ground, and then it's a longer distance between the caves and where we're going to be building the spawner thing in the sky. And if you guys didn't know, if things are too near then obviously it will make mobs spawn in. I think just above here is kind of perfect, maybe this way a bit more. Yeah, so mobs will spawn obviously if it's too close to the surface, and actually we need to be able to get into this. Let's fly over here for a second. Yeah, so if mobs are spawning then that changes the rates at which we can spawn them inside the spawner. Now sorry, I rambled a little bit there, I kind of lost my train of thought. What we're going to need to do is go down into this bit here where it's a little bit more open, and a little bit deeper, kind of in the center. I don't want it too close to the base because I don't really want it in render distance, as it's not going to be the prettiest of builds. Yeah, let's go for about here. We're just gonna have to sink down and manually place in the columns. Oh, no, we don't need a column, we just need something that we can build up from. But yeah, there we go. And then I'm not too sure how high I want to build this. I think we're at 73. We'll keep going, and I think we'll start building it at about 110, maybe 120. Yeah, just to make sure that we're out of the way of all the caves and bits like that. Let's grab a whole bunch of cobble just to be sure. I thought for a second we'd dropped that then. Yeah, I mean obviously we're down to 7 rockets already, so hopefully we don't need to go back and forth too much. I think 110 will be fine. Yeah, okay. So the best way we're going to do this, I think, is going to be if we start by building out this way. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, that is right. So we want to go technically 9 blocks along, but the last one is going to be a border wall. Then let's build ourselves a 4x4 with a 2x2 hole in the middle, like that. And then let's build off of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up again. We're going to do this over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I am trying to do this as a kind of a tutorial. I know it's probably not the best tutorial ever going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But obviously you guys may be interested in building this in your own world. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this all kind of filled in. So I'm going to fill in all of these bits, and then I'm going to build the walls too high, and then I'll cut back for you guys to see. Alright guys, so I actually messed up when recording this, and what I meant to say was build up the walls that go adjacent to those two middle blocks, and you'll see this in this time lapse that I'm doing now, but I just wanted to clear that up. Anyways, let's get back on with the video. And after that little mistake, I have actually built it up. I hope you guys didn't mind that little time lapse to kind of fix the issue in my commentary. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually continue building this up, but we are actually going to fill this in this time. So all of this will come around here. Let's just build the perimeter, and then that comes around here. There we go, and then we'll make this 3 wide and then fill all of this in. So obviously by doing this we are creating spawning pads. These will be where the mobs can spawn. I've realised I have actually messed up slightly, but it's not an issue. I can fix it quite simply. However, it's going to mean that I need to go and fly back to the base. But however, in the meantime, I'm just going to place these down, as all I need to do is fill in that last little bit. And yeah, I'm going to repeat the stuff on all of these other sections, and then I'm going to fly back to the base, grab the extra stuff I've completely forgotten about, and then I'll be back in a sec. So yeah, see you in a sec. And as you can see guys, I have completed building up all the sides and bits like that. Now we're going to grab ourselves a whole bunch of trapdoors. We actually only need 4 stacks for now, and we're going to grab ourselves some carpet. So what we want to do is we actually want to start building the overhang. So obviously we're going to have a roof on every platform, so obviously this technically is the start of the next pad. Yeah, so each one will have a roof, so this will cover that, making this dark, but this will also be a pad in itself. And I think I'm gonna do it so there's gonna be 4 pads, which is pretty good. But yeah, we're gonna just build this out, and then we can kind of work on the things that are going to affect how spawning takes place, because at the moment this is following the design basically of a regular mob spawner. So this will currently, if I was to take out the torches and build it up and bits like that and put in the water stream, it would farm all types of mobs, but we're not interested in all the mobs. We've obviously got our spider grinder, skeleton grinder going on back near the base, and so we're not interested in those whatsoever. There's no need. We also don't need XP because we can use those, and I'm planning to build an enderman farm. What we are interested in is gunpowder, and that only comes from creepers. So what we're going to do is throw in all of these trapdoors, and I've built it one too high. Whoops. Okay guys, one sec whilst I go and rectify this issue, and without making any more mistakes, hopefully we can start throwing in the trapdoors. So the reason I want it to be 2 high and not 3 high, which is obviously the mistake I made before, was because of the fact we're, trying to get creepers to spawn, and creepers can spawn, I think they take up 1.7 blocks or 1.8, but at least I know it's less than the 2. So we've got 2 block high space minus the size of a trapdoor, which I think is 0.1 or 0.15. So it's very, very small margins, but obviously zombies, skeletons, witches, you name it, they cannot spawn in such a high, in a 1.8 or 1.7 space like creepers can. So one of the other things that we're going to have to consider though is the fact that spiders can spawn in those spaces, and that's due to the fact that they're obviously only 1 block high. But that's why we have the carpet, which is what I forgot to get earlier on. So we just place that because they try to find a space that's 3x3 wide in order for them to spawn in, and that's because obviously they're 2x2 wide technically, but the game looks for 3x3, and therefore we can place this in you know, every so often, and it physically won't be able to find a space to spawn them in. I'm just going to place that there. I know it's not particularly great, the placement. Where can we place? Actually, no, let's place it against that back wall, because we don't want them bunching up. I think this is the most effective design. So yeah, that will only spawn creepers on that pad now. Obviously we don't want them spawning out whilst we're still building, so we're going to place a torch in. But yeah, then I'm now going to build the other pads for this level, and then I'm also going to go up 3 levels and build all of the pads in there as well. And so I've completed the building up of this boy. Yeah, it's extremely long and big, and let's just fill in all of the top with slabs, because as we know, if we put down slabs, obviously they're only half a block big, but they also stop any mobs from spawning on top. Obviously I can use torches, but you know, there's always some bugs which mean that mobs sometimes spawn on top anyway, and so it's much better for us to actually place slabs. Now you might notice I'm actually down to 1 single firework left, and that's because I had to go and get more resources from the base, and yeah, hopefully we don't need to grab anything else, because otherwise we're gonna struggle to get back and forth. Right, let's fill in all of this, and then what we've got to do is go into the actual spawning pads and place on the edge more trapdoors. And you might be thinking, why on earth do we need more trapdoors? We've got absolutely tons of them. And there's a simple answer to that. It's because mobs decide that the trapdoors, even when they're in their closed position against a block, that they are full blocks, so they try to walk across them, and then they inevitably fall down, and that will make them fall down into what will then become a water stream once we put the water in place. So I'm going to get the rest of these done, and then I'll show you what I mean. And yeah guys, I apologise about all of the jump cuts. It might be getting slightly annoying, but obviously this is a big build, and so you guys don't want to sit here and watch me build everything, or maybe you do, but I certainly can't imagine it. Right, let's throw in the cobble there and a slab there, and then we're just gonna come inside here. How are we gonna do this? Let's just get rid of that, and then we can build up this wall again, and then go down one, destroy this, there we go. And now we can work on the inside of the farm. So obviously in this, not the water bucket, inside the shulker box, we've got ourselves a whole bunch of trapdoors. Now I'm hoping I've calculated this correct, but this should be enough for us to go around the edges of all of these. And what we've got to do, I keep hitting the wrong button completely, I don't know how I've done that. All we've got to keep doing is just placing these around the edges, because as I was saying earlier, let's grab that, we don't want to lose any. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, the mobs think that these are full blocks, and so we'll try to walk across them, because they'll see, if I just open this one and this one, imagine if this was on the top, you could obviously walk across, and that's how even in the closed position the mobs view them, and so they obviously try to walk across to that bit and just fall down, and obviously we'll have water streams in each of the corners, which will mean that they just get pushed down into the opening below. Yeah, so that's the basic premise of how this farm works. Now let's just destroy that and throw that in. I'm not so worried about picking up the cobble, obviously we've got absolutely tons of that, so we can afford to lose on that, but obviously as I was saying, we've done this to precision when it comes to the trapdoors, so I'd rather not lose any of those now. Let's actually use the trapdoors to get around a bit more, as it's a little bit frustrating trying to place them and not fall off everywhere. Come on, there we go. And then we just got to do it on this side as well. So let's place it on this side. There we go. Place it along like that. Just get rid of these. And yeah, you get my point. I'm not going to make you guys sit through all of this again. So once again, we'll be taking another quick jump cut. And I'll get all of these platforms prepped. And yeah. And we kind of get to the final cut, hopefully. We're going to fill up our water buckets. And we're going to start throwing in the water streams. So obviously this is going to destroy that torch, but it only runs to the end. It doesn't go anywhere further. Obviously I've got an infinite water source running up that end, just so we have enough that we can use just 2 buckets. I didn't fancy bringing a whole army of buckets, just to fill in the bottom. Come on, no. Well, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Do we have, yes we do have scaffolding. Okay, that's fine, we can build our way up. We just need to have a solid block underneath us, so let's place that one down there. And here we go. Yeah, this could be a little bit frustrating to do, but obviously the farm is almost done. We are going to end up needing these scaffolding blocks to go up anyway, so that's kind of good, I guess. We for the most part have sorted everything. All we need to do is really run tubing that goes down for all of the mobs to go into. I just realised that's going to break all of those, which wasn't quite what I wanted. There we go. And then let's go up one. And we'll keep going. So all we need to do, first of all, I'd say, is probably go all the way up to the top here. Take out that torch. We can use the trapdoors to get across to places. And as you can see, it's going to get very dark very quickly. Yeah, let's hopefully not die. Those two. And obviously the worst thing is it's a creeper farm, so if some do spawn, it's highly likely that we're going to blow some of this place up. So I'm hoping they don't spawn. Right, let's get rid of those. There we go. Go over here. And I wanted to do this bit on camera, although it might be a little bit boring, because we've had so many jump cuts today, guys. I thought you guys might actually enjoy having some consistent gameplay for 5 minutes or so. Right, let's grab this torch. Yeah, I apologise if it is getting a little bit darker. Obviously, with all mob farms, they only spawn at light level 7 or lower, and so it's imperative that we actually make it as dark as we are, or otherwise we wouldn't actually get any creepers, which would be kind of useless for a creeper farm. Let's get those. There we go. I haven't seen any fall so far. I should probably get that water in place as well. I don't know if that's just because we have these torches down here, or if it's because we're in the spawn radius. I'm pretty sure you have to be within, I want to say 25 blocks of the wall, but I don't think you can be too close for them to spawn. It's a little bit weird about how spawning mechanics work sometimes, and I'm not entirely brushed up on them, but I think I know enough about them. Right, let's go maybe here. Is this the right direction? This could be. No, this is the wrong direction. We want to make the AFK platform the same side as the direction to our base, just because simplicity. You know, for me, getting back and forth. So there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so I'm going to build this up a little bit as well, just to kind of save myself some resources. And I don't think we actually have any more slabs. I'm gonna leave it as a 1 block thing, and I'm gonna hope I get really good at my elytra very soon, because otherwise that could mean that I keep missing the AFK area. Worst comes to worst, I just have to build up to it and then expand it, but for now that's what we're gonna leave it as. How far away are we? Only 2 blocks away. And then fill that in. There we go. I can't imagine there's any creepers here yet, but we need to just go down and then, well, not go down the scaffolding though, and just make this into like a massive pipe, because what we don't want to happen is for the creepers to go waywardly and then fall into the ocean, because then they obviously won't take the damage that we need them to take in order for them to die. And also, if I have tons of creepers in the ocean, if I go over towards it in the ocean, that might be a bit scary to kind of steer around in my boat, but obviously hopefully I'll be flying now. I've got all this stuff. Well, I'm building this for gunpowder. Do we have more cobble? I sure hope we do, because otherwise where'd it all go? Right, let's grab that. And did I grab the shulker? Yeah, I did. I always think I've not grabbed the shulker box. I get a little bit worried that, you know, I'm gonna find myself missing half of my stuff, because obviously the shulker boxes you can load up with so much stuff that you know, I get maybe 4 inventories full of stuff in one inventory in the end, by the time I load up 3 shulker boxes and then my own inventory. So yeah, I can't really afford to lose that much stuff. We're not that rich yet. Although, talking of riches, one of the great things was when I went mining, I found quite a few diamonds, as well as the end cities produced quite a lot of diamond loot. And so I think we have about 3 stacks worth of diamonds just sitting at the base. If you have any ideas of what I should do with that, please let me know. Obviously, we want to kind of go for netherite pretty soon, as that's obviously the much better resource than diamond. Netherite being the 1.16 added resource that can only be found in the nether, and of course that is slightly, well, I say slightly, it is a fair amount better than diamond, but it really depends, because when you think relatively, diamond is good enough. You know, you don't need netherite, although I will be getting it. You can survive and do everything in the game with diamond, or at least you can at this moment. They might change the way the gameplay mechanic works. I think that'd be kind of cool if netherite would do extra stuff, like the way diamond can pick obsidian and iron can't, because otherwise obviously you could technically go with diamond, with iron the whole game, but obviously if you want to go to the nether, it's more likely you're going to use a diamond pick than an iron pick. So you can get to the nether without using that, but you know, I'm talking statistically how it's done. And enough waffling. I'm just trying to fill the time whilst I fill in this tube. Yeah, that looks pretty dark up there, and I think I was about to say, I think I actually see a creeper up there. I definitely did see a creeper, as he just fell. Did he die? Yes, he did. And you know what that means, guys? That we should have enough gunpowder to get at least 1 rocket going. I know, big celebration, 1 rocket, but this is just kind of the start. Obviously, this shows that this farm does start to work, and it will certainly work more than this. Obviously, if you're building this in your own world, this tunnel needs to be 24, I think 24 blocks deep for it to instantly die, 23 for it to be a one-hit kill. I'm gonna go with probably about 100 blocks, just simply because I don't want to hit them. I already get XP from other farms, I just want the drops, and so yeah, that's that kind of explained. Right, let's just remove that for a second, and I can work out how I'm going to do this. So obviously these blocks here are going to be where the things drop. Let's remove these. I should probably just remove the whole thing if I'm honest. That would save a lot of time. There we go. And then that can come down like this. And actually, let's make the... Which way do we come from? We come from down there, don't we? Let's just check where the block is in the sky. Yeah, we come from this way. So it makes sense for the chests to be on this side. So let's place some chests in. They're in the white shulker box, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we did actually have more water sources, but oh well. And then that like that. Place that in there. And then just like that, we have ourselves all of the hoppers we need. And then we can just bring this down on all sides. I guess I'll bring that down there. Place that in there. Oh, there we go. And then place that there. And then last thing I want to do is place in the slabs. Just so we don't have anything go from here into there, as I think that makes the most sense. Let's build this out a little bit more so it's not just the chests. It does have some kind of bit for us to stand on. And there we go. Okay, so we picked up the gunpowder luckily. Let's place that there, and I'm actually going to place the bed down here for a second, just in case we end up dying. And we have in the white shulker box, or is it? No, the black, the green shulker box. We've got some paper. Let's use that. So we want to place that like that, and then there we go. So we got 4 rockets. Do we think we can make it onto there? I'm not sure we are going to be able to make it, but it's more than worth a try. We've got 12 birch half slabs as well. Yeah, we can do this. Okay. Come on. Oh, no, we've missed it. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, well, at least flying around makes them drop down. And actually, we've activated the farm a whole bunch. So I'm gonna find a way to get up there, and I'll bring it back. So we are gonna make one last cut. I apologise, I lied last time. And you guys can see just how much gunpowder we get from being up there for a little while. And as you might have seen, guys, I've got absolutely tons of fireworks in my inventory. I've also got tons of gunpowder, which I'm also going to be making into fireworks as well. Now, You might have seen I've also lost my levels. I've lost my helmet, and that's mainly just down to the fact that I managed to die. Unfortunately, yeah, that was because I landed on this too hard. I have tidied up the design so it looks a little bit nicer. I am going to fix it with some better blocks in future though. But yeah, let's make more of these into fireworks. So you need to go like that, then like that, there we go. Put that in there. And there we go, we've almost got 4 stacks of rockets, which is pretty good. Let's throw those in there. And then we'll put the fireworks in our shulker box, ready to use when our ones in our hotbar run out. So you guys, that's going to be it though. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.